Well, you might have had the AC going in the car this weekend. You also may have noticed your car burning a little more of that expensive stuff. It's called gasoline.
But if you're having AC problems, you could be burning more than just a little gas, burning a hole in your pocket.
Our Monday morning mechanic, David Rogers from Keller Brothers Auto Repair, with us live this morning. Happy Memorial Day, David. How you doing?
Well, happy Memorial Day, Tom. Hi, and Allie. How you doing?
Well, Vida's in today.
Vida, I'm so sorry, Vida.
Good morning.
My fault.
No problem.
Just got back from vacation. I'm a little scrambly. I saw Tom's hair, and I thought I was on a different station.
What happened?
I don't know. Hey, you are so right about gasoline and air conditioning. We're all trying to stay cooler right now. Listen, the main thing is the harder the AC has to work, the more gasoline it's going to burn. And I'm going to show you a few components here. Here I have an evaporator. This is part of your air conditioning system in every car. It looks like a little radiator, kind of. And you see how it's kind of got some gunk here. It gets plugged up, and when it gets stuff in it, basically that hurts the performance of the AC. It can't cool the air as fast. The evaporator dries the air, takes the humidity out, so we really want that to work. That's how AC works. Here we have a small thing called an orifice tube, and I don't know if you can see, but on the white background there's some little metal flakes in there. And what those are the internal components of the air conditioning system breaking down and coming apart. They plug the orifice tube, and again, the thing cannot cool the air, so your engine is just working and working. Another component here is a condenser. Again, another component looks a lot like a radiator. See how the fins are bent and it gets rocks in it and things like that? Again, that's stopping air from flowing through freely, and therefore your engine is going to work really hard to try to make that AC pump out that cold air. This is a typical compressor. You can see your air conditioning belt or your serpentine belt will travel on this. You can see how this moves real nicely and freely. Well, when the compressor kicks on to cool the air, then it kind of goes into a gear, and this is very hard to move, and the belt moves that. So if there are any problems or issues with that, it's going to, again, rob energy from the vehicle and then cause you to burn a ton of gasoline. Finally, I'll show you here a little thing that'll help you. Anytime you have an air conditioning part replaced, this is an accumulator, okay? And no matter what part's broken or being replaced in the AC, if there's a filter inside the accumulator, and you should tell them that you want that replaced. They should be doing it anyway, but I found that a lot of places don't. So another way that you can save a ton of money in the long run is to get that filter changed in the accumulator. Finally, I'm going to tell you, a lot of SUVs and vans have rear AC where it cools the back of the vehicle. And the component that most typically fails when the rear AC is not working is this little booger, and it is called an expansion valve. And typically what happens is this valve gets mucked up or it gets clogged up inside there. That's a really tiny passageway here, so it's easy for it to clog. And the fact of the matter is that typically when you don't get air in the back, this is usually the culprit. It's buried up in the roof of the vehicle or sometimes in the sidewalls, so it's pretty expensive to just find and locate and replace just by labor. So certainly a good place to look if we're having a problem. You know, the biggest thing I can tell you is get your AC system serviced. It's no different than a filter, an air filter, a fuel filter, or something else on the car that should be replaced or serviced every year. The air conditioning system needs to be treated well and taken care of so it saves you more money on gas.
Good stuff, David, as we hit summer. Thanks again.
Thanks. Have a good week.
I want both of you to have your drivers look at that.